My mom made me unwelcome in her new house and chose her new family over me, so I told her that she could just forget I existed, and I'd do the same. I've been living with my dad since he and my mom divorced. My mom just married a man with 2 daughters, and they all moved into his house. Where I'm currently living with my dad isn't great, especially compared to where my mom lives now. Even the schools there are much better. My school doesn't send students to top 20 colleges, while this other school sends students to top 20 colleges, so it is a huge difference. I talked to my dad about it, and he thought it might be a good idea for me to live with my mom for the sake of a better school. So, I brought up the idea to my mom. She told me she needed to think about it and would get back to me. After a few days, she told me it wasn't possible. Naturally, I asked her why, and she explained that their house only has 3 bedrooms, hers and 1 for each of her daughters. She said this is a new phase in their lives, and they need time to adjust to living together. She also mentioned that my stepsisters and I haven't spent much time together, so there's a chance of conflicts arising. She thinks I should get to know my stepsisters better before making a big change that could disrupt the family dynamics. I didn't agree with her answer, though. I told her I'd be totally fine sharing a room with my 13-year-old stepsister, and we've never had any issues when we've hung out. I also pointed out that saying no to this opportunity could seriously affect my college plans, given that the school in that area is much better. I explained that I spend a lot of time at school studying or in extracurricular activities, so I wouldn't impact a lot of family dynamics. I'm very obedient, and I do all the chores that they need at the house. I'd spend the weekends at my dad's house. But she stuck to her decision. I really wanted to move in, so I reached out to my grandparents and uncles to talk to my mom. They chatted with her, and she called me afterward, pretty angry. She said I should have accepted her first answer, and now the whole family is against her, thinking she's not acting correctly. Update: well, I guess any chance of me studying near my stepdad's house is over. A few days ago, I messaged my mom asking what time she'd pick me up on Friday so I could spend the weekend at their place. She didn't respond, so I asked again, and she said she wouldn't be picking me up and that I wouldn't be spending the weekend there. I asked why, and she said it's not her weekend. It's the next one. I was really pissed off by this because she never used to use the weekend as her or not her excuse. Before she got married, we spent practically every weekend together. To me, this showed that she truly chose her new family over me. She knew I was already upset about the school situation, and she did this to show that I was not welcome there. I told her that it's okay for her to choose her new family, but she didn't need to pick me up anymore. She could just forget I existed, and I'd do the same. I logged into Instagram to block her, and I saw a picture of her at an amusement park with my stepsisters. And she had written, "Me and my girls." She didn't even invite me to go with them. I have no idea when that was. She truly excluded me from her life. I got even more furious and sent her a message telling her to enjoy having 2 daughters now instead of just 1, and that I wanted her to go F herself. My mom called me multiple times. I answered once, and she started scolding me, saying I'm acting like a child, and I hung up on her and didn't pick up again. She sent several messages saying she wanted to talk to me. I was really naive in this whole situation. She replaced me months ago. I couldn't bike to school because of the knee surgeries I had, and I just realized now that she never once took me to school. It was always my grandparents or my dad. Lately, I've seen her very little, and I thought it was because of the surgeries and recovery, but apparently, she only had space for me every other weekend. Whereas before her new family, she was always available for me. My dad is upset with me too. He says I lost my reason, that I should talk to my mom, and that I'm not behaving appropriately. As far as I'm concerned, I'll never talk to my mom again. Now I'm going to spend the night locked up in my room because if I step out, my dad's going to try to force me to talk to her. I don't know if I'm doing right or wrong, but right now I'm just really angry and sad. I never thought my mom could replace me like this. I thought she truly cared about me. Update 2: I talked to my mom, but I told her I'd only talk if my dad was there too. The 3 of us sat down at the table. My dad said I'd be the first to speak, but when I started talking, he said it wasn't what I should say and that I should apologize first. So I apologized to my mom for swearing at her. Then right after,